So if the community stands with our leaders and we back them, then nobody can cancel us. What are we worried about? But do it with wisdom, with hikmah, with a positive message that will bring a change.
I was going to ask, like, on your perspective of advocacy or not advocate, because we're all supposed to be proud that we're Muslims at the end of the day, but with what you talked about, with the cancel culture and everything going on in the world, for example, with Palestine and with the LGBT and all those people, how are us as the youth in college campuses and high school campuses, is it better for us to speak out against these people, which we're supposed to do as Muslims?
Yes.
Or is it better not to do it? Because in the sake of, like, especially nowadays, people losing their careers
without knowing
and platforms and so on and so forth,
any background,
big movements happening against us as Muslims. Was it a better thing to speak out publicly or not?
I may be the wrong person to ask this question, because I'm Pashtun. Right? We have screws loose in our heads and we don't think of consequences. So if you're asking me, I will give my personal opinion. I really think you should ask somebody else. But if you ask me, I don't care what anybody thinks. And I don't worry about my job, because I know Allah is Razzaq. And I speak the truth without fear. I do it with wisdom as best I can, sometimes not so much, but I try my best. We don't want to state things in a way that is against Islamic morals, not because we're worried about cancel culture, because we're worried about Allah. And Allah has ordered us to deal with people with the best way, with hikmah and wisdom. But I would never bite my tongue. I'm going to speak the truth about Palestine, about whatever is going on to our brothers and sisters, whether it's in China or in Sudan or anywhere else, in India and Kashmir and everywhere else. And I don't care what anybody thinks. And if they want to cancel me, go ahead and cancel me. What are they going to do? Well, I'm not going to eat. Allah is my Razzaq. You know, you guys are with me, right? Right? I didn't hear it right. That was pretty weak. Man, I heard like two brothers, man. Come on, right? So if the community stands with our leaders and we back them, then nobody can cancel us. What are we worried about? But do it with wisdom, with hikmah, with a positive message that will bring a change. I'm not about going and breaking things and doing things in a haram manner. Why? Because Allah made it haram on us, right? Harming people, innocent people, is haram in Islam. So it's not about cancel culture, it's about the rules that Allah has made for us, right? When you talk about having an advocacy for the Muslim causes, you also have to think about what is, as Dr. Sabil, mashallah, in a very impressive manner, explained to us, what is our end goal, right? Okay, you go out and protest, and you yell and scream, but does that bring a change? Are the policymakers going to take that in consideration? Has that happened, right? When you look at the Iraq war, I mean, there was protests across the US, across the board, Republicans and Democrats, million-man marches here, and the country came out. But Bush was like, I need that oil. Right? So he went to war anyway, right? So think about, and that's a very good point, like you don't want to make a step into the goal. Right? Okay, people go out and protest, then what? Right?
It's a big worry in college campuses now. A lot of Muslim students are very worried on what to do.
You know, don't be worried. You know, speak the truth in a way of wisdom, in a way of having hikmah, and then don't worry. Allah will make a way for you. But don't be foolish. You know, don't go out there and say things that would be against Islamic ideology as well because of your emotions.